I made a jump last week, and I felt good about it. But now tested this week. Here we go.
Yes. All right, let's throw the records up there, Garrett. 13-17. I did not do well last week. I've not done well this entire time. This is the worst season of college football pick'em I've ever had. And Craig and Smokey continue to dominate. Smokey's been on a nice run the last couple of weeks. Okay, first game up is Ohio State and Illinois. I'm taking Ohio State. I think the Illini will avail themselves well in this game. I just think that athletically they've been a little bit exposed when it comes to top-end talent. So I'm taking the Buckeyes here, although as the number one team in the country and they've been good, they still don't run the ball all that great yet. So I'm curious to see what happens down the stretch with Ohio State, but I'm picking it to win until somebody can knock them off.
I had some back and forth with some of these other games, not with this one. I mean, I get the on the road and all that, but I think Ohio State's one of the top 1, 2, 3 teams in the country, so give me the Buckeyes.
Yeah, they're not a team that doesn't seem like they're going to do what Indiana did to Illinois, but they're just solid across the board. The offensive line is fantastic. Defense, I'll take the Buckeyes too.
Okay, next up, Oregon and Indiana, number 3 versus number 7. An excellent matchup in Autzen Stadium. I think that this will be a fun one for a little while, and I think that Curt Cignetti can hang. I just think that, and this is also my top 2, if I had to pick 2 guys to go to the Heisman Trophy ceremony right now, no questions asked, I would pick Mendoza and Moore. I think Dante Moore, who this week I'm seeing some draft nicks throw him up as the top pick. That's how well he's playing. I don't know if he's quite there yet, but I'm going to go with the Ducks in this one.
Oh, it's not Arch Manning anymore?
No.
They've changed their minds now?
As a matter of fact, if
okay.
you looked at the stuff they had 2 months ago to now, all their quarterbacks have changed.
Yeah.
Oh, I imagine
Craig,
that.
stop being Eric Gray with theathletic.com with Arch. That was a
It's not a shot at Arch.
No,
it's a shot at the people putting him at number 1 overall all offseason.
I was kidding.
Oregon, Autzen playing there matters to me. I think they're the better overall team, but I am super intrigued by what Indiana can throw at them. They're obviously super explosive, very well-rounded, and this is a really interesting game to me. I never thought I'd be interested in an Oregon-Indiana game up until about a year ago, but here we are, and I'm definitely interested in what the Hoosiers bring to the table here, but I'll take the Ducks at home.
Even more so that it's a conference game. You would never have thought that much until all the crazy. I take the Ducks to win at home.
Next up, USC and Michigan. I believe I'm the only one who did this, and I'm probably stupid for doing it, but one, I'm desperate.
You don't do that.
That's when you start getting behind.
No, but I do. Yeah, I was already. Yeah,
they're favored though.
They're favored. They're favored in the game. I think they're going to get one of these over a team like Michigan. I think it's going to be this week, and so I'm picking them to win this game. I think that they have a just enough offense over Michigan to get it done, and it is at home. So I'll take the Trojans, and Lincoln Riley's one where it's like, I figured it out now.
Yeah. I don't feel great about this pick, but I did go with Michigan. I think that there's a lot to love about the Trojans. Jaden Mayava has been much better than I anticipated him being, but I also have read about Michigan's struggles when they head west, which is what they're going to be doing more often than they ever have done before. And for some reason, that didn't deter me from picking Michigan. And I can't explain it other than I just go with my gut sometimes. And my gut kept screaming, no, take Bryce Underwood in Michigan, despite the travel woes, despite the fact that USC looks good. I do think Paul is probably onto something like Lincoln Riley's kind of due for a big win. It's at home. It's a big opponent, but I don't know. My brain said Wolverines. So here we are. I feel like they're going to put it together and go get a big win in LA.
It's pretty solid. Sometimes you wonder, but Paul, what did you say? You were the only one?
Yeah.
SC.
Oh,
baby.
no, you changed. Okay.
I got the game at home. I think Lincoln Riley is due for a nice win, and I have the Trojans.
All right. We'll fight on for me and Smokey. Our fourth game, Bama and Mizzou. In Mizzou, I think Ty Simpson's going along so well right now. That's why I'm rolling with Alabama this one, but I think this is their best matchup. Actually, I mean, obviously they played Georgia a couple weeks ago, but this is more I think Mizzou's more a complete team on offense than Georgia is right now. Not to say that, again, Georgia could play Mizzou and beat them, but I like what Mizzou's got going. They're really They're really vibing right now. They got Ahmad Hardy. They've got good wide receivers. They've got excellent O-line play. Their defense is good enough, but I still think Bama in this one because of Ty Simpson.
Bama's had some success going on for a few years now against Missouri. Nice little, I think it's like 6 consecutive wins. It's got to end at some point. This seems like a pretty good candidate to where it is, but I just think Alabama's playing so well right now that they just feel like sort of the team to beat in the country outside of an Ohio State or an Oregon at the moment, or a Miami. I think they're right there, if not right below that. And so I'm rolling with less. It's less about Missouri because I do think home field will matter. I think, like you said, they got a nice battery there in the backfield, especially. But this is about the mojo of the Tide at the moment that I'm going to go with Alabama.
Missouri, number 5 in the country in total yards, which is interesting. We mentioned how much they're putting up on the ground, but Alabama does look like it's a completely different team that Florida State thumped and beat up in that opening week. But I'm going to take the Crimson Tide here.
If Alabama figures out how to run the ball consistently, they're going to be really scary.
Well, they got Jam Miller back, and that already started paying dividends last week. So.
Yeah,
they just don't seem like they have a guy that's going to go 50. Not, they usually do. They have like 5 of them, but their offensive line giving Ty Simpson all the time he needs.
Absolutely. Finally, let's go to Red River at the Cotton Bowl. I am picking Oklahoma here. I think Texas is in a lot of disarray. Now, this game never makes sense, ever. But I think that the Texas O-line struggling with Oklahoma's front, I think is the flip to this game. If Mateer plays, then I'm really going to feel good about this pick. But even with Michael Hawkins, I really like Ben Arbuckle. I think he's a better play caller than they've had. I think he'll figure out how to get it done. Not going to be a lot of points because both defenses are good, but I think OU's defensive front versus that Texas O-line that's really struggling flips this game.
If I knew John Mateer was playing, I'd pick Oklahoma, but I don't. So that makes it an absolute coin flip for me, and the flip landed on heads for Bebo's head there. So
you're doing it. You're giving them too much. Texas.
You don't think this is a coin flip game with no John Mateer?
I'm just saying I have the same pick.
Okay, so it's not. I'm not giving them enough. It's about Oklahoma doesn't have their starting quarterback potentially. So, like I just said, if John Mateer was playing and we knew that, I would pick Oklahoma and not blink about it. We don't know that. We're seeing a lot of noise out there. So I flipped a coin. It landed on heads, and I'm going with Texas. But if this was Mateer playing, I'm taking Oklahoma. But it makes it a coin flip, so that's where I am. This isn't giving Texas too much credit like last week or setting myself up to be happily surprised. I think this is the uncertainty at quarterback that sways it for me in UT's favor. Yeah,
this is such an emotional game. A bad play early, a muff punt, something like that can just flip this thing into a blowout. It's happened before. I'm taking Texas. I know the offensive line is terrible, or it has been, but I do feel like that Oklahoma not being able to run the ball much at all against a team in Texas whose defense is still playing pretty well, got gashed by Florida a little bit. I just think that I don't know how Oklahoma's going to score much. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll take the Horns.
We also thought that about Florida, and Florida scored just fine. I'm with you
Florida
too.
Florida was the better team on Saturday.
I mean, we also got to – it's not like Texas just sucks all of a sudden either. Like, they still got dudes and they can still play. So I think this is going to be a really interesting. It's always interesting. What am I talking about? But I'm super intrigued by this weekend, and that's regardless of whether Mateer plays or not. But I sure as hell hope he plays.
The game flips on SC Michigan and or Texas and OU.
I really do hope I pick up a game on you with your own team, Craig.
Hey, if you do, you do, man.
Yeah.
If you do, you do.
Yeah. All right.